Hey, this lesson is going to be all about collaboration, and Google Docs is designed and perfect to collaborate with others on Docs. So with the share permissions, and you can share up to 100 people can edit and comment at the same time. And in order to share, you've got some options for the different share permissions. So you can share permissions directly within the Google Doc by going in the top right hand corner and selecting the share. So currently it tells you, it's got a little pop-up window that says private to only me. So I'm the only person that right now has access to share the document. There's a few options here where we can add people and groups to be able to share and access the document. So they're going to have either view, comment, or edit permissions. So there can only be one owner per document. And you can select the people from your address list, and they're going to have them to pop down there, menu there. You can also just share the link to anyone. So if you click change share link to anyone, that means that anyone with this web URL is going to be able to access the link. So they're going to be able to access it as a viewer. You can also set them to be editor or comment. So those are the three main options. And for viewer, what a view permission can view but cannot change or share the file with others. Commenter can view, but it also can make comments and suggestions, but you can't change or share the file to others. And then lastly, the editor, and these are the people that can make changes, accept or reject suggestions, and share the file to others. So those are the three main core permissions that we have for sharing. And once we set it up as sharing, we can share to anyone. You can also change it back to the restricted mode. So this will once again only allow access to the document from anyone that's been added to the share permissions. You can copy the link here, so this will allow you to copy the link, so it makes it easy to share the link. And you've got some more options for the share permissions. So I'm going to go back up. To the share permissions. So we've set the get link back to restricted. So I've got another account that I've logged into on my drive here, and I'm going to share it to that account. So I've got, once again, can set them as a viewer, commenter, or editor. And then you've got some other options here as well where you can notify people. So this will send them an email if once you provide the share, and you can also provide a message. So I'm going to provide a message, as well as I'm going to notify this email account of that I'm sharing the document. And then also whenever I hover over it, it's got a pop-up so I can add to contacts. I can send an email, schedule event, send message, start video call. So this is the nice thing about using G Suite, is all of the G Suite apps are integrated, and it's really easy to go between the various G Suite apps. So let's go ahead and share the permissions. So now we've shared the file, and share permissions are now to that user. You can always check who it's been shared with and update their share status. So you can even make them the owner. Remember, there can only be one owner. So that's viewer, commenter, or editor, the other choices. And then once you've added, you can even add more people. You can remove them. So if you want to remove, you've got the remove option down here at the bottom. And then once you've updated the share permissions and you hit done, it's going to go back to the document. So also within your drive, now the share permissions are going to be the same across the drive. So this is the document that we shared, and now it's got this icon with the two people. That means that it's been shared. I can check out and get the exact same share permissions that I had within the doc, and you can also do it from Drive. So this is a new tab with the second user's account, so the second Gmail account. And when we go into the account, we see that we've got an invitation to the document, and it's also going to include the message, check it out. So this is the notification that gets sent. So from here, we can go ahead and we can open the document. And I'm just going to check to see what account I'm in. So I'll switch over to the other account. And now both of the accounts are accessing the document at the same time. So I'm going to be okay. And it tells me which account I'm accessing it with. So we see that we've got both accounts. They're accessing the same document. And wherever the cursor position is, and if it's highlighting, I can see that that other user is currently live within my document, and I can see where their cursor is and if they've highlighted any content. So they're going to be with a pink outline, and the colors will vary. And once again, you can have up to 100 people that are accessing the document at the same time. So now that you've added in another user to share the document, you can work collaboratively with that person. Chat. So the live chat will show across both users. And so now when I go into here, we've got a pop-up that says for the unread messages, and I can open up the chat and I can see that that user has said hello, and I respond back hi. So we've got the chat window that we can interact with between the users. And I also did want to note, when you are doing the share, if you're going to be sharing with somebody that doesn't have a Google account, so they're only going to be able to view the file. And also you still have the same options to notify or not notify. And then if you are also sharing, and if you don't mind sharing and you don't want to restrict it, if you just want open access to anyone has the link, then they don't need a Google account either, and they'll be able to access that content. So those are the options if somebody doesn't actually have a Google account. There's also how you can provide comments. So commenting is also another way to work collaboratively together. So tag users in comments so that they know that this comment was made and addressed to them in order to apply commenting. You've got the comment history in the top right-hand side, and you can always comment at any time by selecting the content that you want to comment. And then on the right-hand side, you've got this icon that says add a comment. So you can select and add a comment. And then within the comment itself, you can tag other users. And when you do the @ symbol, it will do a drop down for all the available users. You can also use the plus symbol. So it'll do the same thing, where it'll tag all of the available users or anyone that's within your address book. You can also assign to that user. So you've got an option once you tag them into the comment, then you can assign to that user. So if you want to assign, and that's going to give them a notification that they're going to be the ones that's responsible for marking it done. And that will list out the comments on the right hand side. At any point you can see and open the comment history. So we see that this is the comment, it's been assigned to Lawrence, and this is the email address that it's being assigned to. And so when we do switch to the other account, and remember this is actually going to be using the other Lawrence, the Lawrence default account, and we see that it's been assigned to me. It's got the comment, it's been who it's been assigned to. You can also show more, so you can reply to this. You can see that it gets highlighted, so that content gets highlighted, that it's being referred to, the comment is being referred to. So I have an option where I can do a reply, and I can also include who I'm replying to. So if I've got a specific account that I'm replying to, I can do that as well. We can link to this comment. And then if this comment is something that I've resolved or that I want to hide in the discussion, that after I've read it, I can always click and hide that in the discussion. So going back into my original account that I was sharing it from, we can then work collaboratively together using the comments as well as working at the same time. And we can also use the chat in order to interact with the document in real time. And of course, both users are going to be able to see what the other one is doing within the document.